नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, वेलकम to the another lecture of applied mechanics. In the previous lecture we have discussed the worm and worm wheel. Today we are going to discuss about the number of problems based on the worm and worm wheel. So in the previous lecture we have find out the relation of velocity ratio for the worm and worm wheel. So here you can see the example number 6 and the first example of the worm and worm wheel. Here what problem said, a worm and worm wheel with 40 teeth on the worm wheel has effort wheel of 300 mm diameter and load drum of 100 mm diameter. Find the efficiency of the machine if it can lift a load of 1800 Newton with an effort of 24 Newton. So here you can see we have to do the first thing here. What we have to find out the given data. So what is given data? So you can see here given data. Worm and worm wheel with 40 teeth. So number of teeth of worm wheel which is given to us, that is the 40. So first thing you have to write down here number of teeth on the worm wheel, that is nothing but the capital T is equal to 40. So number of teeth is given to us. Now worm wheel has effort wheel of 300 mm diameter, and so diameter of effort wheel is also given to us, that is the diameter of effort wheel, that is the capital D, is equal to how much? 300 mm is given to us. After that load drum of 100 mm diameter. So we have the given diameter of drum load. So diameter of load drum is equal to how much? 100 mm. After that find the efficiency of the machine. So we have to find out the efficiency here. If it can lift a load of 1800 Newton with an effort of 24 Newton. So here what is given to us again? So here we have given the diameter of load drum. So we can take it as a radius R is equal to, radius is the half of the diameter, or diameter is double of the radius, 50 mm. Now you can see here W is given to us, that is the 1800 Newton, and effort is also given to us, and we have to find out the efficiency of the machine. So what is given to us? That is nothing but the how much? 1800. So load is 1800 Newton. Again you know the value of P, that is the 24 Newton, and we have to find out the efficiency is equal to how much. So now, so this formula is based on the worm and worm wheel. So here we know that velocity ratio of worm and worm wheel, that is nothing but VR is equal to capital D T divided by 2R. So here you can see here we have convert this diameter of load drum into radius, right? Here we have given the diameter of load drum, that is the 100 mm, but we have taken here the radius R. Why? Because we have the velocity ratio formula in terms of R. So when if you are given the radius, so you can take directly radius. If in the problem you have given a drum, diameter of no drum, so you have to convert that in a radius. So now we know the value of capital D, we know the value of capital T, we know the value of R, so you can easily find out the velocity ratio. So here you can see the value of D is nothing but the 300 mm into the number of teeth is the 40 divided by 2 into radius is a 50, right? So now do the calculation on your calc. So that will be 0 0 will get cancel, 2 to the 4, right? 5 6 the 30. So 60 into 2, that is nothing but the how much? 120, right? So velocity ratio is nothing but 120. So once you get the value of velocity ratio, you have to find out the value of mechanical advantage. For finding the efficiency, we have found out the efficiency, but for find out the efficiency, we have the formula ma upon vr into 100. Here velocity ratio we have find out, but we don't know the mechanical advantage. So second thing we have to do, we have to find out the value of mechanical advantage, that is nothing but W upon P, right? So value of W is given to us, yes or not? Yes, that is the 1800. Value of P is given to us, yes, that is 24 Newton, right? Now do the calculation of it, it will be a 75. So you will get the value of mechanical advantage also. Now what you have to do, then therefore you have to find out the efficiency. So for efficiency we know the formula, that is mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100, right? So put the value of mechanical advantage here, put the value of velocity ratio here, and find out the efficiency. So now we can put the values here. Mechanical advantage is nothing but the 75, velocity ratio is nothing but the 120 multiplied by 100. So 0 0 will get cancelled. So this is the 1.2, right? So find out the efficiency is equal to 75 divided by 1.2. So efficiency is nothing but 62.5%. So this is your efficiency. So what this we have to find out. तो आपल्याला काय काढायचं होतं या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये, इफिशियन्सी काढायची होती. सो हियर आवर इफिशियन्सी इज 62.5%. सो हियर युअर प्रॉब्लेम इज कंप्लीटेड. सो काय करावं लागतं प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये, कुठल्याही फक्त फर्स्ट थिंग यू गिवन डेटा काढायचा आहे आणि कुठला फॉर्म्युला युटिलाइज होणार आहे तो तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित त्या जागेवरती यूज करायचा आहे. ठीक आहे. सो नाउ वी हॅव टू go to the next problem. So here our next problem, that is the example number 7. In a double threaded worm and worm wheel, here you can see in a double threaded worm and worm wheel. So in the problem, नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा तुमच्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं असते की कुठल्या टाइप वरती प्रॉब्लेम आहे, त्यानुसारच तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युलेज वापरायचे आहेत. कारण की वेलोसिटी रेशोचा प्रत्येक फॉर्म्युला फॉर सिंपल स्क्रू जॅक, फॉर वॉर्म अँड वॉर्म व्हील, फॉर डिफरन्शियल व्हील अँड ॲक्सल, अँड फॉर सिंपल व्हील अँड ॲक्सल, वेस्टर्न डिफरन्शियल ॲक्सल व्हील, बरोबर. हे जे वेगवेगळे आपले 8 टाइप्स आहेत, 8 मशीन्स आहेत, त्या प्रत्येक मशीन साठी तुमचा वेलोसिटी रेशोचा फॉर्म्युला हा काय आहे, सेपरेट आहे. सो तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम वाचून आता इथे आपण कसं करतोय, एक मेथड घेतोय आणि त्यावरती प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करतोय. सो दॅट्स वाय यू आर अंडरस्टँडिंग दी स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसिजर. बरोबर, तुम्हाला कळते की एकच फॉर्म्युला वापरताय, बट इन युअर एक्झामिनेशन दे विल ओनली आस्क द एक्झाम्पल्स प्रॉब्लेम. So by reading the problem you will able to identify which type of problem they are asking on which machine and which formula you have to use there. So here त्यांनी काय सांगितलं, वॉर्म अँड वॉर्म व्हील. ओके, So here the number of teeth on the bomb wheel is 60. So number of teeth is given to us. After that, the diameter of the effort wheel. So effort wheel diameter is also given. That is the 250, and that of the load drum is 100. So diameter of load drum is also given. That is the 100. Here diameter of load drum is given. So what we have to do? We have to convert it into the radius. Full stop. Calculate the velocity ratio. So we have to find out the velocity ratio here, right? If the efficiency of the machine is here, efficiency is given to us in previous problem. We don't know the efficiency. So here determine the effort required to lift the load. Again we have to find out the effort required to lift the load. How much load is 300 given to us. Now by reading the problem, we know the given data. Write down that given data first. While you are going to solve the problem, you have to do one thing is write down the all given data, because it is simplify your problem. And what you have to find out, that is also right. So here first thing, number of threads is given to us. Number of threads, how much threads? Double threaded means number of threads is, that is n. Number of thread is given to us 2. Here double threaded, they are using the word double threaded. If they are not using any kind of thread, so you don't have to take the number of threaded. So here number of teeth is also given. Number of teeth on worm wheel, that is your capital T is equal to 60. After that, what is given to us? Write down the read the problem. Then diameter of effort wheel is also given. So here you can write down the given diameter of effort wheel. Diameter of effort wheel, that is how much? 250 mm. After that, diameter of load drum is also given. Diameter of load drum, that is nothing but the 100. So here diameter of load drum is given to us, but we have a form in velocity ratio formula R. So here you have to convert this diameter into radius of load drum. Radius of load drum, that is nothing but the 50 mm, cos diameter is nothing but the 2 times radius, right? So here radius of drum we have find out. After that, what efficiency is also given to us. So efficiency is equal to 50% is given to us. You can see here efficiency is also given to us 50%. Then after that, what it said, load is also given to us. W is equal to how much? 300 Newton, right? Now we have to find out the two term, that is the velocity ratio is how much and effort required to lift this 300 Newton load. So effort is how much. So now we know what we have to find out and what we have given. Now by using all this given data and given terms, you can find out the value of velocity ratio and effort required to lift the load. So for that, what we can do, so by using the worm and worm wheel relationship, you can see here velocity ratio, that is nothing but, first thing we have to find out velocity ratio. For that here you can write that what we know. We know that the velocity ratio of a warm and warm wheel equation. Warm and warm wheel equation. So we know the formula for velocity ratio of warm and warm wheel. So write down that formula, that is velocity ratio is equal to dt upon 2r. So here value of d is given to us, that is the how much diameter of tapered wheel, means your capital D. Here diameter of tapered wheel is nothing but your capital D, right? So this is 250 into number of teeth 60 given to us, divided by 2 into radius. How much radius? Here you can see radius is a 50. So take that value here, radius is 50. So now do the calculation of whole this term and find out the velocity ratio. Here 0 0 will get cancelled, means 5 30. So that is nothing but velocity ratio is how much? How much? It will be the 75. Sorry, here you can see the formula here. This formula is nothing but the. So one thing you have to see here in this equation, in our problem number 6, you can see here in the problem number 6, what here they are not mentioning the any term like double threaded, number of thread is not given. That's why we have directly taken the formula of velocity ratio is nothing but the dt upon 2 pi 2r. But when the number of threaded is given to us, means in this problem you can see here, here the number of thread given means 2 threaded or double threaded. So at this time what you have to do, we have to correct this formula. Which formula? Velocity ratio formula. When the number of threaded is given, here you have to take that number of threaded. So if 4 number of threaded is given, then you have to take, instead of n is a 4. If 3 number of threaded given, then the value of n is 3. If single given, then put 1 here, you will get similar this formula. That's why when they are not mentioning any kind of thread, so at that time the value of n is a 1. Okay. If the formula is mentioned, if the number of threaded is mentioned, you have to take that much number of threaded. So now in this term you have to put the all values. Here d is nothing but the how much? Value of d is the 250. Yes, 250. The value of d is the 250 mm into value of t is the 60, divided by 2 into number of threaded, how much? Double threaded is 2 multiplied by 50. So here this will be the 5, right? So here is 30 and 15. So you can find out the value of velocity ratio is equal to 75. So this is your value of velocity ratio. Now once you have find out the value of velocity ratio, what we have to find out? This is the first thing we have to find out, velocity ratio, right? Second thing we have to find out effort required to lift the load. So now you can write here the second term you have to find out, effort required to lift the load. Okay, so for that we know, so for effort required to lift the load, how we can find out the effort? So here by using the formula of mechanical advantage, we will get one equation is in the form of P. So value of W is nothing but the 300 Newton divided by P. So you will get this equation for mechanical advantage. Similarly, velocity ratio you know. So by using the efficiency formula, you can find out load required to lift the effort required to lift the load. So here now we know that what we know, efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100. Now efficiency is given to us, yes or not? Yes, efficiency is 50%, that is given to us. Mechanical advantage is given to us, no, but we have find out one relation of mechanical advantage. You can see here 300 divided by P. Velocity ratio we have find out it, that is the 75. So by using all these values in this equation, 50 efficiency is 50, then mechanical advantage is W upon, sorry, the value of W we know. So here 300 upon how much? P divided by the value of velocity ratio is 75 multiplied by 100. So this is the term. Now this 75 will goes to the left side of the equal to, it will be goes in a multiplication. So here 50 multiplied by 75 is equal to 300 divided by P into 100, right? After that you can do the calculation. So here 50 into 75 is nothing but the 3750 is equal to 300 into 100, that is nothing but the 30,000 divided by P. Now this P shift towards the left side. So this is 3750 into P is equal to 30,000. So P is equal to 30,000 divided by 3750. Now do the calculation of it and find out the value of P. So P is nothing but the 8 Newton. So this is the value for P. So here your problem second based on the worm and worm wheel is over. So similarly you can solve the number of problems by using these terms or these equations. After that we can see our next machine or next lifting machine is single purchase scrap winch. So total we have a 7 lifting machine which is important from the subject point of view. So here you can see until now we have seen the 3 machines, that is the simple wheel and axle, then differential wheel and axle, and worm and worm wheel. Now this is the fourth one, that is nothing but the single purchase scrap winch. So you can see here in a single purchase scrap winch, here on the right side you can see the diagram. A rope is fixed to the drum. Here you can see here the rope is fixed to this drum. This is your rope, okay, or and is wound a few turns around it. It wounds and few turns around it, okay. So the free end of the rope carries the load W. So here this is the free end of your rope and here we have carried the load W. इथे आपण काय जिथे फ्री एंड आहे रोपचा तिथे W अटॅच केला आहे आणि बाकीची ही काय केली आहे, वाउंड केली आहे, म्हणजे याला गुंडाळल्या गेली आहे, गुंडाळली आपण, बरोबर, फिक्स केली आहे कशाला, ड्रमला. सो नाउ यू कॅन सी हियर a tooth wheel A. Here you can see the tooth wheel A is rigidly mounted on load drum. Load drum ला काय केलेलं आहे आपण माउंट केलेलं आहे. Another tooth will be here. This is the tooth wheel A. ही total तुमची tooth wheel A आहे and this is your tooth wheel B. Okay, which is also the tooth wheel. Another tooth will be called pinion. We can say it a pinion. Is geared with the tooth wheel A as shown in figure. So here you can see this is your tooth wheel A and this is your wheel B, which are in contact with each other. Here this is your A is nothing but your wheel and B is your pinion. So now you can see here tooth effort is applied at the end of the handle to rotate it. Here we are applying the effort to rotate this handle. Okay, so by rotating this handle we have applied the effort. Now let's see all the terms which are given to us. Here T1 is nothing but the number of teeth on the main gear. So here this is your main gear, that is your wheel. Okay, so T1 is nothing but the number of teeth on this main gear. Then T2 is nothing but the number of teeth on this second pinion or second gear. Okay, L is nothing but the length of the handle. So this is your length of handle from the axis of this. This is the length of handle. After that, R is nothing but the radius of the drum, load drum. So this is your load drum and this is nothing but the radius of this load drum. W is nothing but the load. This is the load lifted. And P is effort applied to lift the load. So here what effort we have applying to lift the load, that is the P. So now we have to find out the velocity ratio equation by using all these terms. So now you can see we know that the distance moved by the effort in one revolution of the handle is nothing but the 2 pi L. Okay, so this is your equation number 1. After that, the number of revolution made by the pinion is 1 and the number of revolution made by the wheel is a T2 by T1. Now you can see here the number of revolutions made by the load drum is T2 by T1, which is similar to the wheel A. Now we know that, and the distance moved by the load is nothing but 2 pi R into T2 by T1. So this is your equation number 2. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the velocity ratio. So what is the velocity ratio? Is nothing but the distance moved by the effort divided by distance moved by the load. So distance moved by the effort we have seen here, that is the 2 pi L. This is nothing but the distance moved by the effort. So write down that here 2 pi L divided by distance moved by the load, that is nothing but, you can see here, that is the 2 pi R into T2 by T1. So put that value here. So you will get this value 2 pi L divided by 2 pi R into T2 by T1 is equal to, here pi will get cancelled, 2 will get cancelled, L by R is equal into this T1 will shift towards the numerator. So T1 divided by T2. This is your equation number 3. Now this is the relation of the velocity ratio for what? For single winch craft wheel, that is the L by R into T1 by T2. So this is the equation for velocity ratio for single winch craft wheel. Now you can see here, as usual, what mechanical advantage we are using, that is W by P, and what efficiency, that is mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100, as usual we have taken in the previous articles. So here you can see, now we have find out the new value of velocity ratio for single winch craft wheel, that is T1 by T2. So based on this velocity ratio relation, we have to solve the number of problems. Okay, so as I told you, for every lifting machine we have the separate velocity ratio formula. So while solving the problem, you have to remember one thing. Write down the problem, read the problem carefully. What problem said to us, which machine is given, read that. Okay, once you have find out the machine, then use the respective formulas for that machine. So based on this velocity ratio equation, we have see the problem based on it on the single purchase scrap winch in the next lecture. Okay, so today we will stop here.